man? This is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Alright, man, so I just popped on BoxingScene.com. I haven't even read this article yet. I'm going to go ahead and just read it to you guys, man. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section. It's saying Luis Ortiz, manager, says Wilder not afraid to fight. Joshua is a pussy. Alright, this is written by Rick Reno, so shouts out to him. This is his work from BoxingScene.com. I guess Jay Jimenez, the manager, advisor of Luis Ortiz, he had a chance to sit down with Boxing Scene and give them some quotes. So this is what it says. Jay Jimenez, manager of undefeated heavyweight contender Luis Ortiz, has confirmed to BoxingScene.com that there are ongoing discussions for a potential fall showdown with WBC world champion Deontay Wilder. As previously reported on BoxingScene.com, the fight may potentially land on November 4th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. There are several hurdles to overcome to making the fight happen. Ortiz is the WBA's mandatory challenger to Anthony Joshua, who also holds the IBF-IBO world titles. Joshua is potentially going to face Vladimir Klitschko in a fall rematch. If Klitschko elects not to exercise his rematch clause, then Joshua intends to fight IBF mandatory Kirbet Pulev. According to Jimenez, the WBA's mandatory is supposed to come before the IBF's. Ortiz promoter Dade Promotions is also working out details with the sanctioning body, and it may become a legal battle if Ortiz is stepped over in favor of Joshua or Pulev. Jimenez indicates that Ortiz is very excited about the possibility of facing Wilder. Ortiz knows about it and is very excited. He really wants to fight with Parker. He knows it's a dangerous fight because Wilder's style. He's very awkward, but he knows what he's up against. He believes Joshua is the easier fight. He's easier to box, while Wilder is a little unpredictable and wild with his punches. We believe Wilder wants to fight. He's not afraid. He's not like Joshua, who never mentioned Ortiz's name. Ortiz's name has never once come out of Joshua's mouth. The guy's a pussy. We don't think Joshua wants anything to do with King Kong, Jimenez told BoxingScene.com. All right. He also went on to say, our promoter, Dade Promotions, and the lawyers are handling the issue with mandatory defense because Joshua is supposed to face Ortiz next, not Klitschko or anyone else. The WBA's mandatories come before the IBF. Oh, my phone just froze. The IBF is due. There were never special permission given to Joshua by the WBA for a rematch with Klitschko. If they skip over Ortiz, then we'll pursue it legally as a violation of the Muhammad Ali Act. We're going to see what happens there, but Ortiz absolutely would love to get in the ring with Wilder. Wilder thinks that he can beat King Kong, and now it's time to put his money where his mouth is. All right. As Boxing Scene previously reported, there is an issue on the side of Wilder because he owes mandatory defense to Bermane Stiverne. Stiverne has hired the managerial team of James Prince and attorney Josh Dubin to ensure his mandatory shot is secured. At the moment, Stiverne is standing firm that he is not interested in the idea of working out a step-aside fee. Stiverne was scheduled to face Alexander Povetkin in the final WBC Eliminator last December in Russia. The fight was canceled at the last minute after the WBC was advised that Povetkin had failed a pre-fight drug test. Okay, let me just scroll down to where he's talking. Okay, earlier this week, the WBC listed Stiverne as one of several fighters who missed a mandatory drug test as part of the organization's clean boxing program. Wilder's team is waiting to receive confirmation if the missed test would invalidate Stiverne's standing as the mandatory challenger. The sanctioning body reportedly holds a missed test on the same violation standing as a failed test. So if you miss one of their tests, their clean boxing program tests, if you miss one, according to this report, they're saying that it reportedly holds a missed test on the same violation standing as a failed test. All right, Jimenez went on to say, I have no idea how Stiverne became Wilder's mandatory. The guy has not fought in almost 2 years. He missed a drug test with the WBC. I don't know what's going on over there, but Ortiz has no problem becoming champion and then facing Stiverne. All right, so there you guys have it. I was waiting for Jay Jimenez to come out and say something about this Wilder and Ortiz fight that's possibly, that they're saying that has a chance of getting made. So it's good to hear their side of the story. We know how Stiverne feels about this. He doesn't care about the fight. So we'll just sit back and see how this develops, man. Hopefully, now, I don't wish bad on anybody, but if Stiverne's missed test with the WBC that he just had, or they listed him as one of the guys that missed the test, if that counts as as they're reporting here, as a let me see exactly what they said again. If it counts as like a failed test, yeah, if they count that as a failed test, then I guess, it makes the most sense to move on and have Ortiz fight Wilder. That makes to me, that's logical. So I guess we'll sit back and see, and I'm sure Stavern and his team will probably try to counter this if they can. So I guess we're going to sit back and see how everything develops, man. But, man, I really hope Wilder and Ortiz happens, not because Wilder will be looking over his mandatory, because they will put Ortiz as the mandatory. You know what I'm saying? So that's something, man, that I think that it'd be great if they would just not only skip over Stavern, but also take the mandatory position away from him and give it to Ortiz. It's a better fight, and he'll be fighting his mandatory. Better fight for me. I can't speak for everybody, man. I'm sure there's some Stavern fans out there that feel differently, but just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.